Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another video. Super excited about this week's topic. We're going to talk about female narcissism, and I want to give you 3 ways that the female narcissist can actually lure you in. Lure you in meaning perhaps you're in an intimate relationship with them, perhaps you're dating them. This could actually be your mother, your friend, just ways that they hook in supply. And so this looks a little different than perhaps a male narcissist. So let's get into this week's video. So really there are 3 main different types of female narcissists, and each of them is going to do certain things in order to kind of hook in good supply. So the first type of female narcissist is going to be the sexual narcissist. Now, when people tend to Google female narcissism, this is probably like the biggie that keeps coming up. This is the female that is obsessed with her appearance. This is the female that's going to lure you in with her own sexuality. This is the female who is going to make you feel absolutely amazing. They're going to be very much into you physically. They're going to rush intimacy in the relationship. So what she's going to bring to the table that you're going to love is her sexuality. She is going to bring that sex appeal that's going to make you either feel like a man or going to make you feel like such an admired or desirable female. Now, I think sometimes with certain types of personalities, if you are unhealthy yourself, you're going to eat this up because you're going to think that she admires you, or you're going to think that she's doing all of this for you or to you because she respects you, because she loves you, because she admires you, because she wants you. And she's not doing it for any of those reasons. And I think that's really where kind of like the trick comes in, is that you think that this is genuine and it's actually not. What's happening is she's doing all of this because she actually knows that you want it. So the minute she started expressing the sexual desire for you, or looking like the trophy wife, and you were just eating it all up, then she begins to create a pattern in her mind that says, look, when I do these things, this is what's going to hook this person in. So any narcissist is always going to kind of read their audience, and they're going to know, what does this person want from me in order for me to get supply from them? So this is just the game that they're playing. They're always fitting and turning themselves into different types of molds to fit what the person or the environment desires or wants from them. So in the beginning, she's always going to make you feel like the most important person in the room. She's always going to seek you out and make you feel absolutely amazing. She's going to give you a lot of attention, whether it's physical attention, sexual attention, it doesn't matter. She's going to desire you in such a way, because essentially what she's doing is grooming you. Now, one of the really big red flags with this type of person is that there's so much sexual energy, there's so much intimacy, there's so much emphasis on physical appearance and how she dresses and what she's wearing and what people think of her in that way, but you're never gonna get like a deep conversation out of her. So once that kind of excitement really starts to not just dwindle, but when you start to just also want to become friends with a person, and you're kind of giving and sharing bits and pieces of yourself, you're going to notice that you're not really getting the same in return. You're not really getting her devouring herself to you, being vulnerable with you, having those deep conversations with you. Everything is going to start to appear to be very surface level. If you are not aware of this, then you're going to completely miss this huge red flag, which is you're lacking intimacy in your relationship. Now, once she kind of like lures you in and makes you feel amazing, she's gonna start kind of twisting things around. And this is really where the cycle of abuse actually starts coming into play. So she's hoovered you, you've absolutely fallen for her, and now she's gonna start to do basically some shady things. She's gonna start flirting with other people. She's gonna start going on trips without you. She's going to slowly start to kind of pick away at a little bit of that insecurity that you already had. But she's gonna start picking at it because what she wants you to do is to become so insecure that you are very dependent on her. She's basically now your drug. She wants you to be jealous because then she knows that she has a hold over you. And if she has a hold over you, then she can get more of what she wants from you, because you're going to be willing to look the other way when she does things that normally you would 100% not be okay with. So the next type of female narcissist is going to be what I like to call the perfect wife. Not the trophy wife, but the perfect wife. So the perfect wife, the great mother, the mother of your children, this is just the woman that you're just like, oh, this is the kind of woman that I've wanted my whole life. She's perfect. So this is the type of female narcissist that's going to appear to be the perfect wife, appear to be mother of the year. This is going to be Betty Crocker, Mary Poppins, whatever you want to say, whatever analogy works best for you. But this is the perfect whatever in public, not the perfect woman that's actually home with you, with the kids, with the family. So from the outside looking in, she looks like mommy of the year. But in the home, she is completely unable to actually emotionally connect with her kids. She is completely selfish, and her life really revolves around what she wants to do, what works best for her. This is the mom that you'll see that is dressed to the nines, and her kids look completely the exact opposite. So you'll see this person taking a family picture and she's completely dolled up and the family has on like wrinkly clothes, for example. She took very good care of herself and didn't bother to really care and nurture her own children in the same way. She didn't give her husband or her children or whoever the same amount of attention that she gives herself. Now, there are going to be times where, yes, we put ourselves above our children or our spouse. Absolutely, that's going to happen. But with this person, it happens more than often. So a good mother will 100% put herself first, but she always will put her children ahead of herself because she's selfless and she loves them unconditionally and she wants the best for them. But when she knows she needs to take a step back and take care of herself, she will absolutely do that. This is kind of like the opposite. And really, when she starts doing the opposite, or when she's in that mode of always taking care of herself and then giving the leftovers really to the children or the family or the spouse or whatever, the reason why she's even doing that is because now she fears what the children will think of her, what her spouse will think of her. She still is not even doing it for the right reasons. She is the mother that will book all the play dates, schedule everything out, but then never really carve out time with her and her children one-on-one. So she's always looking to like fill up the book. She's always looking to like book things and schedule things because she doesn't want to stay home and just be with the kids and spend quality time. She doesn't know how to do those things. And this can be the same thing, or this can be true also for a narcissistic father. And I think you see it with both genders very often. I think sometimes we typically hear more about it coming from the father, the narcissistic father, than the mother. But this is 100% a trait of a female narcissist being the perfect mother, meaning she's doing all the right things, but she lacks the intimacy, she lacks the emotional connection with her children and with her spouse. So she is involved and she's taking pictures at the soccer game and she's on the PTA and she's doing all this, she's, coaching or whatever. But again, she is not there for the kids in the way that they need her to be there. And this is where, as you begin to grow up, you have this delusion, being the child of a narcissistic parent, you have the delusion that the parent was actually there for you because they were maybe physically there, or they might have physically gone to the game, or they might have coached every now and then, or they always scheduled things to do with friends, or were always booking trips. But what they were doing is they were basically just using all of those outside things as distractions, because really that's all they can do. That's all they can provide is their ability to pretend to be the parent. But one of the most important things with parenting is that intimacy, is that emotional connection that you share with your children. And this person is not able to actually do that. So the last type of female narcissist is going to be probably more of that like covert narcissist that you'll hear of. So this is really the woman that is the drama queen, that is the gossiper, that is always stirring the pot. She really thrives on wanting attention. So the mother of the year or the perfect spouse, she thrives on attention, but she gives herself that attention. She's very self-absorbed, very selfish. The drama queen female narcissist is more about stirring the pot and creating drama and getting attention in that way. This is more about her actually making people feel bad about themselves or making herself feel like the victim in order for her to actually get attention. So this woman needs people to believe her stories. She is the woman that will create the stories that she's the victim, that everything bad happens to her, she's doing all the right things, and this person just isn't playing nice in the sandbox with her. She is the person who will call the police on you for no apparent reason. This is the person that will be very difficult in court when you are co-parenting or getting a divorce. This is the person that will love to construct stories that fit her narrative. So she's gonna go around smear campaign after smear campaign, spreading your name around, making herself feel like, woe is me, look what's happening to me, so she can really get attention from people. She likes to move the stories to kind of make herself feel or get herself the attention that she really needs by playing the victim. So this is really the ultimate damsel in distress. And for a lot of men, for example, they will thrive on this because it's something that will make them feel like a man by being able to come in and save the day, by being able to come in and say, oh my God, you actually are the victim. Let me get you out of this terrible space that you're in. When the reality is she actually caused all the drama in her life. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some insight on these different types of personalities and really the ways that they kind of construct stories, the way that they tend to get attention and supply from people. So you can be on the lookout if anyone in your life, or if you've dated anyone, or even possibly your partner has these traits themselves. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week.